The Tunnel of Oppression is an interactive exhibit about prejudice, hate, and discrimination in the United States. This year on the eastern campus of Suffolk County Community College, faculty, staff, administrators, and students explored the exhibits and had conversations about these tough issues. The exhibits addressed many problems, including Islamophobia, anti-Semitism, sexism, homophobia, classism, ableism, and racism. The exhibits also highlighted current events like sexual harassment, violence against those with disabilities, access to healthcare, police brutality, and misinformation about immigration.
So the hope is that they're going to come into the exhibit, they're going to learn about these groups, hopefully really empathize with these people, learn something, but then take the information that they learn and hopefully they're motivated to take action.
Student contributions to the exhibits included infographics, drawings, and personal stories. Several Eastern students participated in a video about their experiences as dreamers. They shared stories of being separated from friends and family and their concerns for their futures as the DACA program continues to be in limbo.
You have a history. Your children have a right to talk about that. Me, I should have a right to talk about where I'm from, like anyone else in this country, because we all come from somewhere, and I do not want to be ashamed of where I come from.
Other students wrote on the What's Your Story whiteboard insults, hate speech, their experiences with stigma and bias, and microaggressions. A microaggression is a compliment that reveals a biased attitude.
So I think that students are overwhelmed by this experience because they really don't understand how oppressed groups feel. So I think that if there's one takeaway from them, they feel overwhelmed by the experience. And I think for the first time for a lot of our students, their eyes are really open to how people suffer, and that it's often so overlooked. So I think that it's an eye-opening experience. I think that there's a real awareness that's a result of this, I hope.
After spending time with the exhibits, the Privilege Walk activity was used as a conversation starter and to raise awareness about the concept of privilege. Participants started out shoulder to shoulder, and in response to a series of questions, they stepped forward or back. For example, step forward if you've never had to worry about being able to get into a building you needed to enter because it might not have a wheelchair ramp. Step back if you sometimes hesitate to hold hands with your romantic partner in public because you fear potential ridicule or violence. We approach the Privilege Walk with intersectionality in mind. Intersectionality means that our individual identities are complex and intertwined. Race, where we were born, sexual orientation, disability status, and many other aspects of our identities have undeniable effects on day-to-day life, on our goals and aspirations, on how we see ourselves, and how others see us. For example, your race might give you an unfair advantage over others, but your gender might not. And how you experience or express your gender or your sexual orientation is partially shaped by norms and expectations stemming from your race, ethnicity, socioeconomic class, and other elements of your identity. The Tunnel of Oppression ended with an opportunity for all to take part in small group facilitated conversations where students and faculty talked with each other about our experiences and concerns. And all participants were invited to write down or to make recordings of their reactions.
I found the Tunnel of Oppression very moving, especially to have the opportunity to write something up on the whiteboard so that I can express something that I have to deal with on a daily basis. And even if it's still shown like on the rest of the boards, it's I guess it can help people to see that when they see me, they'll see that I'm dealing with something like that too.
The Tunnel of Oppression opened many students' eyes to pervasive social problems, to the concept of privilege, and to one another's first-hand experiences with prejudice and bias. It also affirmed that the college is aware of the trials our students face and is a supportive partner in addressing them.